This video has adult language not suitable for kids. So with that being said, let's begin. Welcome back, guys. So check this out. This is my entire, if I am not mistaken, Knight Rider collection. Now you might see some other cars in here that are not Knight Rider. We will get into those in a minute. But for right now, let's just look at each one closely. That is the original 1983 112, I believe, or 115 scale Knight Rider kit and Michael Knight. His the electronic voice does work, although I don't have any C batteries for it. So when I do get the batteries for it, I will make a review of it. That's my Joyride 118 scale, my Jada 124 scale, same. That is, oh man, I forgot who made this one, but that one right here is a 125 scale whip kit, Knight Rider 2000, or Knight 2000 really. That one is by Urto. I always have trouble saying that name, Urto, if that's how you pronounce it, Urto. That's also a 125 scale. They did make a Knight Rider black with a red stripe in the front of the die cast. I do not have that one. I have this one, but this is the same exact time period that they came out with the Knight Rider that looks like this but in black. And then here's the 132 scale K.I.T.T and K.A.R.R. HO slot cars, the originals from 1983, I want to believe, or I want to say. Okay, before we start getting really into them, let's just look at all of them first. So let's start from this side, work our way the other way. So we have this guy right there, Knight 2000, I believe a 93 or mid to late 90s Hot Wheels car there. And the only reason, again, I have that one here and as well as this particular one here is to simulate Michael Long's 1982 black and gold Trans Am before the Trans Am was made into K.I.T.T. Why do we have a Stars and Stripes 2022 Knight Rider, or I'm sorry, Trans Am? I'll get into that in a minute. Here we have K.A.R.R. Super Pursuit Mode, WS696 or 97 with the LT1, the SLP ram air hood, 17-inch rims, and all that good stuff. Again, we'll get into this in a minute. But, oh yes, and we have a Decepticon, because this is a Firebird. A lot of people don't know what kind of car this is. It is a Firebird. It does not have the spoiler in the back. It does not have the turbo hood. So this particular one is a basic Firebird. But again, I love it, and that's why it's here. So, oh, and it also has the Knight Rider rims as well. Okay, so, oh man, I'm gonna try my best to hurry up. Okay, so here we go. Michael Long got shot in the face, and or from what I understand, got shot in the face or got shot in the forehead, and the bullet came out of like ricocheted off his bones, came out of his face. Basically, Michael Long was driving a 1982 Trans Am T-top automatic black and gold. He does make a few references to Smokey and the Bandit, Burt Reynolds and Jackie, oh man, what's her name? Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot her name. But the two main stars, basically the Bandit and Frog. Okay, so he does make references to them. In that episode, they transform the Trans Am to K.I.T.T, which again just dropped the gold and made it all black. Kept the tan interior, so that's cool. This particular one right here reminds me of the episode Slamming Sammy's Stunt Show episode. So in that episode, loan sharks loan out money and then raise the interest so much that the person that borrowed the money cannot pay the money back. So they're always paying the money. And that's how loan sharks make their money, okay? So in this episode, that loan shark was trying to get access to the parking lot of the stunt show. So Michael Knight and K.I.T.T infiltrate that stunt show and performs stunts. And they draw in the crowd to pay off the debt. And Michael Knight, covers K.I.T.T in shiny silver stars. So that's why I have this car right here with the rest of, again, the Knight Rider K.I.T.T cars. And to show you what I am actually talking about, I saved some pictures here so you can see that's K.I.T.T with the silver stars. So that's one picture. There's Michael Knight with K.I.T.T in the background with the silver stars. Let's look at another picture here. Here is, again, K.I.T.T with the silver stars, Michael Knight. And last picture. Okay, so, I mean, really, just look at that. Looks pretty damn close to it. I mean, seriously, it looks very close to that episode. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh my god, that's the Stunt Show Car. That's it. That's Knight Rider right there. Except for, of course, the red stripes and the blue stripes. The red on the bottom, but everything else, I mean, the stars, it's just a dead ringer, basically. So, the other reason why we have a GTA 1987 all black, it's a green light Bandit edition collector, black Bandit, and let's see where else, 1/64 scale, 1987 Firebird Trans Am GTA. And look, it's hardtop. I bring that up because everybody's like, oh, you know, T-top. Anyway, for the most part, again, the reason I'm showing you this particular 1/18 scale Trans Am is because back in the day, if you had a third generation Firebird or Trans Am, and it looked very close to K.I.T.T, as if it was all black black rims, and silver around the rims, the silver lips there, people would automatically call it K.I.T.T. Oh, you have the Knight Rider Trans Am. Oh, you have the Knight Rider Firebird. Oh, that's cool, that's cool. Which is another thing, if a person had a black, and again, black and silver a little bit, they would call, if they didn't know their cars very well, they would call a Camaro a K.I.T.T. But again, back in the day, Toy Fair, I believe it was Toy Fair, I'm not sure, one of the magazines referenced K.I.T.T. as being a Camaro Z28. and people, like, again, this was in the early, like, I'm gonna say 1999, 2000, 2001, around that time period. People wrote in upset saying, hey, K.I.T.T. was never a Camaro Z28. He was a Firebird Trans Am. So get your facts straight. So yeah, it's pretty funny. Anyway, so we have these guys here in the package, just as a reminder of that process, basically. Here we have car, and we have another Super Pursuit mode right there. The other thing was that I wanted to show you that this particular car right here was my childhood whip car, which long ago I lost the whip. Basically, it was like a giant shifter with a little ball at the end. You would put it here and you would whip the car, and you wouldn't have to worry about breaking the car because the front bumper, like the real one in the show, it was a rubber nose with a rubber back piece right there. So yeah, this car has a lot of scratches, scruffs, scrapes, but you know, a very good thing that the windows are not scratched up. They are not really bad. I love this car. I really took care of it. I bought this. I didn't buy it like, I don't know how to explain it. I bought it. I don't know how to explain it. I bought it at the flea market. Let's put it that way. I bought it at the flea market, but it was open, but it still had the whip for it. And as you hear that, let's look at the bottom real quick. You can see there's just a little plastic piece there that makes that sound. As you can see right here, 1982, Universal Studios, all rights reserved, made in Taiwan. Again, there are some that are in severely bad shape, scratched up, scraped, what is it, like chunks missing or melted, discolored. The chrome on the rims or on the wheels here are completely gone. So again, I took pretty damn good care of this one particularly. Again, I mean, from 1982, I mean, seriously. Overall, of course, I did not buy this in 1982, but I bought it years after. But again, it still had the whip. It still was relatively good shape, and I put more, again, scratches and scruffs playing with this particular Knight Rider car. Just a lot of memories here. 125 scale. I loved it. I freaking loved this toy right here. Amazing. So for the longest time, this was my only Knight Rider car that I actually had. As you can see there in the bumper, California Knight is molded into the plastic for the bumper. So very cool. Another thing that you might want to know about: the back here has rubber tires. The front has plastic. So you can like do stunts with it, as in you can go backwards and kind of like give it a whip and it'll do like a 180. It'll be awesome. But yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, guys. Well, let me see. Let me show you also right here the front. The fog lights there. Very nice. And that strip there is just part of the front of the car, the plastic car that they painted red. And then, of course, the rubber bumper is just over that. So if you push down, you can see it's just painted there. So, okay, now the Urto. Okay, this particular one, again, back in the day, they did come out with a Knight Rider version, which was all black and a thin piece of, I guess, a decal of red strip in front of the bumper. So you can see that Urto right there. This particular one, also flea market find, missing the spoiler, also missing the steering wheel, but that's it. So if I need to find a steering wheel, either the correct one or, you know, just so it can look nice, and another one. You can see right here that the detail is stamped into the die-cast metal versus a piece of plastic and then, you know, clamped on there. So very nice. I did have a I believe it's called a metallic eagle brown or metallic brown. I forgot what the color was, but I had one 1984 Firebird hardtop automatic V6 2.8 two-barrel carburetor. Beautiful car, amazing car. I miss that car to this day. But oh well, had to sell it. Okay, here are the 132 scale Knight Rider and K.A.R.R. These, only the doors open, nothing else. And you can find some that, okay, so these came in the box, okay? There are some that are the same exact thing, but they never came in boxes, and those were wind-up cars. For that reason, these that did come in the boxes, they have the space in the plastic to have that wind-up mechanism inside there, but these were never fitted with those. At least these particular cars here, since they did come in the boxes, like I tell you guys. So, you know, the wind-up ones are pretty awesome. These are, you know, these are basically just more for display purposes. So, right away, this one there, all these other ones over here, this one there. What I'm showing you right now is these are the only ones that have the actual black interior. So if you really want a TV accurate, you're going to have to disassemble it, and you're going to have to paint the correct shade of tan on your seats and the back of the Trans Am here. They do still have the PMD seats, so that is awesome. One of my subscribers told me that he does like the K.A.T.T, or K.A.T.T, 124 scale and the 132 scale, but he does not like that the tires, or at least the body, sits very low. Which I agreed 100%. I do not like that either. But again, K.A.T.T toys are always with trying to make it look more racy, trying to have it more like it's low to the ground so the air can go like so it can pass it even better and all this stuff. To make it more accurate, you would have to disassemble it and drill holes in here closer to the edge so that the tires can be more lower. The body will be pushed up and it will look a little bit closer to the actual screen used, K.I.T.T and K.A.R.R. The only difference between that and the actual ones is the 124 look a little bit better, as in tire, the actual rim, and the hubcap size right here. So if you look at K.A.R.R, you'll see that. The 1/18 scale, like that. The real size was a 15, I believe. And these, at least in the 132 scale, they look a lot bigger. They look like maybe 17s. So that, you know, still, it should have been a little bit smaller, the rim here. But overall, I mean, you know, what are you gonna do? Well, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up for right now. We're gonna get into that one in part 2, and we're going to talk about other, like we're gonna talk more about this right here and these over here. So if you're interested in those, please check the next part out. Also, real quick, I have a buddy of mine that had trouble with his original YouTube page, and I don't know exactly what happened, and you know, hey, but his name of the new channel is Odyssey Gaming. Let me see, Neon Neon Odyssey Gaming. Go check his stuff out. He talks about gaming, he talks about action figures, toys, Ninja Turtles, anything from the 1980s, anything vintage from the 1980s and 90s. He's a very cool guy. Also, go check out Mountainous. Also, very cool guy. He had to leave from one point of the US to another point, so he stopped making videos, but he's trying to get more subscribers. So go check his channel out as well. Alright, guys, part 2 is coming up right now.